In Bhopal, India, there was a pesticide plant owned by Union Carbide India Limited. This plant, part of the bigger Union Carbide Corporation, made pesticides. They used a very dangerous chemical called methyl isocyanate, or MIC. The plant was supposed to help India grow more food, but because they cut corners and didn't follow safety rules, it became very dangerous. It was like a ticking time bomb, ready to explode. The plant couldn't make enough pesticide to meet demand. To save money, they started ignoring important safety measures. They didn't have enough workers, and the workers they had weren't trained to handle dangerous chemicals. Alarms went off, but no one listened. Safety systems that were supposed to prevent accidents were turned off. Even the cooling system for the dangerous MIC was turned off to save money. This turned out to be a deadly mistake. Ignoring safety was like playing with fire. Workers tried to warn the company, but no one listened. The people living near the plant didn't know how dangerous it was, so they went about their lives as usual. But something terrible was about to happen. The plant looked like a sign of progress, but it was hiding a scary secret. Making money was more important than keeping people safe. Many lives were in danger, and no one knew it. December 2nd, 1984 started like any other night in Bopal. Families were asleep in their homes, not knowing about the silent danger coming their way. Inside the pesticide plant, a terrible chain of events began. Water, maybe by accident, maybe because someone wasn't careful, got into a tank of MIC. This seemed like a small thing, but it started a deadly chain reaction. The water and MIC mixed, creating a powerful and hot reaction. The pressure inside the tank went way up, and the safety systems, which were already weak, couldn't handle it. The flare tower, which was supposed to burn off extra gas, wasn't working because the company had turned it off to save money. The gas scrubber, another safety system, was too small to handle all the toxic gas. The pressure kept rising until, with a loud boom, a cloud of deadly MIC gas escaped the plant. This gas was heavier than air, so it flowed along the ground towards the city. The gas, which smelled a little like bitter almonds, spread quickly through the streets and into people's homes. Panic broke out as the invisible gas spread through Bopal. The city was caught completely by surprise. At first, people noticed a strange smell and a burning feeling in their eyes and throats. Then, as the gas got stronger, people started coughing, gasping for air, and crying for help. December 2nd, 1984 will always be remembered as the night Bopal suffocated. The gas leak caused instant chaos and suffering. The invisible cloud of MIC spread silently, hurting everyone it touched. Men, women and children woke up with burning lungs and ran out of their homes, gasping for air. The streets, usually full of life, were now filled with the sounds of people dying and begging for help. The weakest people, the elderly and children, died quickly from the gas. Their lungs couldn't handle the poison. Hospitals were quickly overcrowded, and there weren't enough supplies to help everyone. Doctors and nurses, even though they were having trouble breathing themselves, worked as hard as they could to save lives. The air was filled with the smell of death and the sounds of suffering. Animals in the path of the gas died, their bodies lying in the streets. Birds fell out of the sky. Bopal, once a lively city, now looked like a nightmare. It showed the terrible power of ignoring safety. The time right after the leak was full of pain, suffering and death. The city didn't have enough resources to help everyone. People felt heartbroken as they realized this wasn't a bad dream. Bopal was changed forever. Its name now tied to one of the worst industrial accidents ever. The Bopal Gas Tragedy wasn't an accident. It was caused by people, by greed and carelessness. Cutting corners, not fixing things, and ignoring safety rules all led to the horror of that night. The company cared more about making money than about human lives, and the plant became a ticking time bomb. One of the biggest mistakes was turning off the cooling system for the tank where the deadly reaction happened. This system was supposed to keep the MIC at a safe temperature, but they turned it off to save money on electricity. This turned the MIC into a ticking time bomb, ready to explode. This reckless decision, made to increase profits, had deadly results. Another problem was that the workers weren't properly trained. Many didn't know how dangerous the chemicals were. Safety rules, if they even existed, were often ignored. The plant didn't have enough workers, which made it harder to deal with emergencies. The company didn't care about safety, and that led to disaster. The investigation after the tragedy showed a scary truth. It could have been prevented. If Union Carbide had followed basic safety rules, kept the equipment in good condition, and cared about its workers and the community, the tragedy wouldn't have happened. Instead, they ignored safety and turned a pesticide plant into a weapon of mass destruction. Section 5. The Lingering Shadow of Bhopal, A Legacy of Suffering. Hey everyone! Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way you won't miss any of our new videos. Let's get started! Subscribing is super simple. Just click the red button below. All done? Awesome! And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and tell your friends. See you in the next one. Bye!